Wake up! It's explosion today. It's Tuesday and it starts in about 10 minutes. So are you gonna be ready? Oh, you scared me. Ooh. It's explosion already. Wait, it's Tuesday today? I mean, yes, yeah, of course I'm gonna be there. I just need a bit of rest, okay? Just give me 5 minutes or so, okay? Thank you. Oh. It's only 1 minute to go. Cilla? Sil? I think she's asleep. Well, I'm afraid we might just have to start without her. Unfortunately, she's just gonna miss out on all the fun. But 1 minute to go, I'm just gonna log in now. So, got our laptop ready to go. Song actions as well, and password is... Okay, we're in.
A few moments later.
Bye everyone. Bye. Oh, how sad was that? Explosion has come to a finish again. Explosion! I'm ready! I'm ready. I'm here. I'm ready for explosion. Sorry, Sil, but unfortunately it's over. Over? That's sad. So as you may have noticed, this week's Explosion Club was all about being ready. And we read this parable in the Bible where Jesus talks about his second coming and he tells us that we should be ready for it. But I'm sure Farmer Dan can tell us a little bit more about that.
Hi guys, hope you're all good. Today's lesson is all about preparation and that we need to be prepared to do certain jobs. So we're going to go around the farm today and we're going to see different people getting ready so that things can happen later on in the week. So we're going to start off in the hatchery and see Farmer Lane getting the hatcher ready for the eggs to hatch on Tuesday morning.
Okay guys, here we are. This is the hatchery and there's the hatcher. Now where's Farmer Lane gone? Farmer Lane has to get the hatcher ready. You see her putting the heaters in and the pipes all ready to go and setting it all up. Before Farmer Lane can go into the incubator, she has to set and turn all of the humidities off. Then she has to level the racks. See all the eggs turning. How cool is that? And then she selects the eggs that she wants, the ones that are going to hatch this week. Takes them out, puts them on her table, and then she takes them from the trays and puts them onto the hatching trays. And then takes the tray, the basket then, through to the hatcher. So we've gone from the incubator into the hatcher. Now guys, this is so that we don't get the incubator all dirty and that they can hatch nicely on the trays. Okay, now here she goes. How quick is she? Woo-hoo, look at her go.
Okay guys, so we've seen Farmer Lane getting the hatcher ready, and now Mary's just come out and she said she's going to take Dexter for a ride. So we're just going to show you the preparation that goes into before she jumps on and goes for a ride. Okay, so watch and learn.
Okay guys, so first Mary has to find her saddle, which is in the shed. So she brings that around and hangs it on the gate. And then she trips off to find Dexter. There he is. Whew, what a fine stallion he is. Now because she's taken him out, she wants him to look his best. So she gives him a quick rub down, rubs off all the dirt and the mud, all in preparation guys, before she takes him out for a ride. You alright Dex? Then she has to make sure there's no stones in his feet. Imagine walking with a stone in your shoe, it's not very nice, is it? It's the same for a horse. So she lifts all of his feet and gives them a quick pick to make sure there's no bits of dirt, brushes them clean, ready to go. Then she puts on the saddle, quick as wink, on with the helmet, onto the horse, and whoop, off he goes. Okay guys, so something else we've been doing this afternoon is making a pen up. Can you see behind me here? Yep, wow, look at that. That's a pen to let some guinea fowl out, which we're going to do now. So again, we've been preparing so they can run out and enjoy a bit of grass. Okay, and I've got two little helpers down here. So this afternoon, Ruben and I and Simeon were up here. We put up these frames. Okay, and now Jessie and Lydia are taking it upon themselves to walk off the screen. How very rude. There they are. Taking it just to finish off to make sure that the guinea fowl don't escape. Okay, and now, Simeon, are we ready?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Ready to let them out?
Yep.
Okay, let's have a go then, shall we? We've been around the yard, haven't we? And we've looked at how we prepare for certain jobs on the farm. But those jobs take time to get ready, to make life easier later on. If we don't do those preparation things, then things go wrong, yeah? And it makes life harder work. So that's why we prepare, isn't it? Now, today's story is all about being prepared. And the parable that Jesus tells us is about a wedding. And I'm going to read it to you. So it's found in the book of Matthew, chapter 25. So God's kingdom is like 10 young bridesmaids who took oil lamps and went out to greet the bridegroom. 5 were silly and 5 were smart. The silly bridesmaids took lamps but no extra oil. The smart bridesmaids took jars of oil to feed their lamps. The bridegroom didn't show up when they expected him, and they all fell asleep. In the middle of the night, someone yelled out, "He's here! The bridegroom's here! Go out and greet him." The 10 bridesmaids got up and got their lamps ready. The silly bridesmaids said to the smart ones, "Our lamps are going out. Lend us some of your oil." They answered, "There might not be enough to go around. Go and buy your own." They did, but while they were out buying oil, the bridegroom arrived. When everyone who was there to greet him had gone into the wedding feast, the door was locked. Much later, the other bridesmaids, the silly ones, showed up and knocked on the door saying, "Master, we're here, let us in." He answered, "Do I know you?" "I don't think I do." So, Jesus says, stay alert. You have no idea when he might arrive. Okay guys, so we were thinking, as we were walking around the yard, weren't we, walking around the farm, about being prepared. And so much of our time is spent as adults, as children, preparing for things. Can you think of any? Yeah, perhaps our mums or our dads prepare tea for us. Yeah. What else could we do? When we go for a walk, do we just walk out with our socks on? No, we prepare to go for a walk, don't we? We wear a pair of shoes. We might look at the weather and put a coat on. When we're going on a long car journey, perhaps Dad might look under the bonnet and check the dipstick, or fill the tank up with fuel, or kick the tyres to make sure there's enough air in there and it's not going to go wrong. Because nothing worse is there than being unprepared. Life is better when we're prepared for it, isn't it? You know, guys, this is all about Jesus. What he's trying to get to with this point is trying to tell us, trying to say to us that one day he's coming back. You know, the Bible talks more about Jesus' second coming, when he's going to come back and take all of us that believe in him back to be into heaven, than he ever did about his first coming. So, do you think we ought to be prepared for it? I think it would be a good idea, don't you? Jesus also tells us in the Bible, therefore keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come. Okay, so how scary will that be, guys, if we're not prepared? And this is really, really serious. If you forget everything else that is said, remember this one thing: we have to be prepared for when Jesus comes back.
So when Jesus died and when he rose again, he promised us that one day he would be returning and he would take us back with him. But just as Dan has explained it to us in the story of the 10 bridesmaids, we have to be ready for his coming. But we don't know when that is. That could be tomorrow, or it could be next week, or maybe in 20 years, or even later than that. So we don't know when it happens, but what we do know is that we should be ready. And just as this parable has told us about those 5 smart bridesmaids and, you know, having that extra oil for their lamps, and also as we have previously been talking about the light, it's really important to keep our light burning. So just like every week, we have had a really cool craft, and this week I'm so blown away because guess what it is? Tidge has made a lava lamp. How cool is that? I'm really excited to make it myself, so please go and check out her video. So every week we have got a memory verse. Unfortunately, Jess couldn't do it this week, so I'm going to teach you about it in this video. And the memory verse is in Matthew 24 verse 44, and it is, "So you also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him." Sorry, I had to read that because I haven't remembered it yet. But I'm going to teach you about some actions. I'm not as good as Jess to come up with really cool, unique, original actions, but I've got some basic ones which can help you remember the memory verse. So let's start with, "So you also must be ready, put our imaginary shoes on, because the Son of Man," point to God, "will come at an hour," point towards your imaginary watch, or if you have a watch then you can use that, "will come at an hour when you do not expect him." Okay, so let's do that again. "So you also must be ready, put your shoes on, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him." It's in Matthew 24 verse 44. I think I've got that right. Unfortunately, it's the end of our Explosion Club online highlight video. I've had great fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. I just want to say thank you to everyone who could make it this week. I want to say thank you to all the leaders and to all the kids who made it so enjoyable and so fun. Please don't forget to check out Abby's emails with the worksheets and some really cool games, and it's also got our memory verse on, but I do expect some good actions, okay? And yeah, Hope you have a really great week, and I see you next week at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Bye!